Hey there everyone, this is Yui. Welcome to episode 13 of Enigmatica 2 Expert Skyblock. Today we're going to get a little more into resource generation, we're going to get into extreme reactors, and hopefully if there's time we'll get into Gaia. But we're so far off there so I doubt it. Anyways, let's get to it. So between episodes I have done the flux network stuff. Oops. I have automated everything so I can make gargantuan now. Well, if I had resources, because I've made so many of those already. Well, I say so many, but it's been like 4. They take a ton of redstone. Yep, and I don't have it. If we go to auto crafting, this is my current solution for creating flux cores. Alright, I'm just using an analog crafter. My recipe is set to 4 obsidian and 4 flux gets you 3 cores. Which is technically true, because that's how many you get when you put the 1 back in. So it adds the stuff, it crafts it to 4. This conduit is set to insert and extract, and it's set to self-feed. That means when it crafts a set, it will first insert it back into itself, and then it'll put it in storage. So it never runs out of flux cores. So that's how I am automating it, so that the computer can calculate it without any hassle. Because if you use a flux core in the calculation, then it jacks up. So it's a little slow though, but it works. If we go to our power room, I have created these guys. There are 3 for my output, and I have an input network. The input network is hooked up to the generators. It gets fed into here, so this is still a buffer. Still generating power. I expanded this, so it's a little bigger, holds more, and it can transfer faster. I think it can transfer... Oh, what is it? Is it a cell? Nope, it's the provider. There we go. So it's this one, so 13, so about 15 mil, almost. These flux plugs can handle 10 mil per tick, so it's pretty sufficient. We come back out here, go, so everywhere there was a power cell is now a flux plug. So I swapped them all out. All the power cells are gone. I'm not using them anymore. I'm just using the plugs. Is it better? Maybe. One thing to note, this remote storage does not like being adjacent to a flux point. So I have a buffer cube here. If it's adjacent to it, for some reason, they can't, it doesn't work. I don't know why. It just doesn't work, at least for me. It might be different for you. I've got a ton of garbage in my inventory. So if we head into the extended crafting area, I've added more pedestals in anticipation of setting this up. I have a crazy idea I'm going to try doing in the future, which is automating these using integrated dynamics. Is it going to work? I don't know. I haven't tried it. But putting a flux point here, crafting... Here, let's just go grab it and show you real quick. Draconium. Get 2 of these. Go back in here. Crafting this up. Actually, does this work? No, I didn't think so. It is a lot faster. And there we go, it's done. So it does not take very long using the flux points. Anyways, while we're here, let's craft up. I want to get into big reactors or extreme reactors, whatever you want to call it. If you are having trouble finding this in your computer by typing at extreme, because you would think, hey, it's called extreme reactors. It's not, it's big reactors. So type big. You can see, well, I have the advanced tooltips on, so you can see big reactors at the bottom there. It does work over here, though. You can type extreme here. Can you type big? Yeah, you can type big there either. So if you can't find it in your computer, it's big reactors, not extreme reactors. They renamed it. Hey, quest complete. Alright, so I've got a ton of stuff here set up so that we can make well, a reactor. So let's go try it out. In here somewhere. Let's see, I want this to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. That should work. Something like that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. I'm going to do a 7 by 7 by 5, which will give me a 5 by 5 area in the middle to work with. Well, by 3. 5 by 5 by 3. Let's fill in the ceiling first. Get my wand out to make this quicker. And there. Alright. Bring you up. And then lastly, fill in the bottom. Do I have enough? Yes, I do. Alright, there we go. It's going to be nothing pretty, but it'll work. So we need a tap, which can go... let's just put it over here somewhere. I'm going to have to get in there too. Oh boy, this will be fun. While that's actually going, let's grab the magma crucible, because we're going to need this. I have a tank for it. Let's just grab a point. We need one of these guys. There you go. Go for it. How fast are you? That's not horrible. I need 3 stacks of this to convert down. That's roughly what it's going to cost, so put one of those, and then items. Items can go on the side. Input and output. So you need 2 ports. You need 1 way of getting power out, and I totally messed up the top part. Okay, let's hop in here. Clear out this 3x3. And let's clear out here, which I'm probably going to regret, so we can get out. And block that in. So this needs the control rod stuff. Under each control rod is going to go a pillar of fuel rods. And now is where I'm going to regret putting this in the ceiling, because I need to basically fill the rest of the hollow spot with gelid cryothium. Sounds fun, huh? Yay! It's not fun. Have I... Oh, do we have reservoirs? Let's see. These things. Give me one of these. How much do you hold? 40 buckets. That should be good, right? All the crafting recipes. And I'm almost out of room, so I have to expand it again. It's so crazy. Craft. Go. I went ahead in immersive. I've expanded, so I make a ton of presses, or plates. So I went ahead and added compactors. 4 of them. And it's still using the press. These cannot completely replace the press. You still need the press for the faceplate things from Tinkers. So I just use both. And this should help out. Where was I? Power. Go for it. So, the fun part, If you're using this, you're going to have to set a key binding to swap it over to empty. Oh, this is going to hurt me, isn't it? I have no idea. So I'm going to fill this in. And then I'll be back in a second. Alright, and we're back. So, it is loaded up to the top with gelocryothium. As you can see right there. Oh, no. Stay out. I moved my thing in here in case I got hit. I have saturation in here. Hey, yay. So all that should be left is to swap out one of these guys for the controller. And there we go. Now we have a multi-block. And then, let's see here. Yeah, you can auto-eject. I guess we should... it doesn't matter. I'll keep an eye on it. We're going to switch one of these to output, the bottom one. Bottom one's going to go into storage. This should, unless something's changed, get us plutonium. Sounds right. Extract always insert. And now I have a chest, which is set up in the storage room, which is exporting uranium. So with that, we should be able to come here. Yeah, whatever. Just go ahead. Fill her up. It should fill up the cells first, as it's doing here. Then once that fills up, there'll be a buffer of a stack left in here. So that's full. And then, there we go. Extra items, yay. Now what we should be able to do is turn it on. Did I set up the point? I did not set up the point. So that's the plug. There. You go into the input. And it should be good. Activate. That is getting really hot really fast. I'm pretty sure these things don't blow up. Alright, how are we doing? 29,000 RF a tick. Or 30,000 almost. That's not horrible. Yeah, that's what it says here too. Which should help out. There we go. Those, so Manulin's not the highest. You can't upgrade Manulin into Enderium, so I made a bunch more. I didn't replace them yet. So it's half the amount as the advanced generators. It's not the greatest. By no means. But I can just leave this running, and since this can hold, what is it? Oh, there you go. 800 billion RF. I'm not too much worried about it. It should give us plutonium, though. We'll find out. We'll just let it go. Alright. That's done. I could take that off the to-do list. I've been making a to-do list, so I remember. Done. So do we get plutonium from that? I guess not that fast. But that's okay. So I have also environment stuff. I went ahead and crafted this stuff. The recipes are... they're almost the same. No. These diodes are crazy. Oops. So be careful with the diodes. You need crazy stuff. And I believe the connectors, yeah, the connectors are crazy. They need signalium, so it's gonna put your, here's, I don't know if I've ever shown this. Where is it? Auto crafting on the bottom. This is how I automate signalium. I do have an alloy furnace now, so I can swap it over, but I just throw the stuff in here, export it. I have a filter here set for the ingredients to whitelist that melt, and the same filter here but blacklisted. So it melts down the redstone, and then it's whatever, some weird ingot. It's Shibuichi alloy. So there you go. That's how I do my Signalium. So if you don't have Ender IO yet, you can still make that, and you can make it a while ago. So let's see, we should be able to grab some of the stuff. I don't know how much we're going to need because I didn't look in the book. I did make the book, but I didn't look just yet. So let's waste time on something we're pretty sure is not going to work. But just in case it does. What size are these? 7 by 7, so a radius of 3. They get a little bigger, so we'll go there. And let's see. Let's see if I have enough blocks first off. These are small, so they should be fine. Oh, do you need... Oops. Oh, it needs to... I'm missing... Hang on, I'll be back in a second. I need the... What are they called? I need these two things. The laser core and the lens. 20 and 24, so it should be okay. I'll be back in a second once I craft them up. Alright, let's see if this is a waste of time. Got the pieces. It looks constructed. Yep, waste of time. So, gotta set this up in the overworld, so I'll be back in a second. Alright, and we're back. So we're going to do another experiment. I know this works for, what do you call it? The solar panels. You can share sides. So I have these 5 blocks apart instead of 6. They have a radius of 3, so this line here should be shared. We'll find out. Build it up. Go, go, go. True, and there we go. So if we look, they are sharing, well, see, in this case it's not a whole lot, it's just 3 blocks. But that is 3 blocks less that you have to craft if you want to be cheap. And it saves a little bit of room. And that's how you know they're working. They have the beam going down, which is why I knew they weren't working in the compact machine. So now we need to power them. Oh, let's see. How bad is this? Oh, that's it. 300 RF a tick. Oh, that's the resource one. 4,000. Great. Fantastic. Give them power. Give this one power. I will set up processing for these guys later. For now, I am just going to dump them in storage. Along with the lasers, I'll add to the same thing. I'll just dump the lasers into storage that we set up a long time ago. Wait, can I do this? Insert. That's going to be really hard to tell. Extract always. Oh, I saw redstone. Alright, and then this one. Insert and extract. Cobble. I'm pretty sure I don't have a cobble gen somewhere. Not feeding into here at least. So I think this will work. Some more. Yeah, I think it's good. I'll double check on it later, but that'll get us the mica, whatever you want to call it, for our upgrades, and this one will get us what is it? Erodium. And we should actually be able to duplicate Erodium. So we can be lazy. Yay. That way we don't have to sit here and wait for that thing forever, because tier 1 is so slow. Well, we don't have any just yet, but that's okay. Okay, we can get rid of all this junk. Gone, gone, gone. That's gone. I'm running out of conduits. That's fine. Alright, next up on the list. We know this doesn't work. Let's just dump this on the wall. No. Whatever. I'll hold it. We need to get into Botania. I set up... Well, I didn't set up anything. Well, kinda. So we can get Terra Steel. So we don't actually need to make the Terra agglomeration plate. Because we could just say, oh, give me some of this Terra Steel armor, throw it in the arc furnace, and watch our 81 ingots go up. And that's how I am getting Terra Steel currently. But we still should set up a runic altar. Can I make one of these? No, because I didn't teach it everything. Well, let me get the parts together for the... What is it? The elven gateway. How bad's it? Oh. Oh. Okay, never mind. Well, I'll be back in a second. Alright, so in order to get our altar upgraded, we need to get into blood magic, specifically tier 2, which means in order to get that stuff, we're going to need to get started in blood magic because I haven't touched it. So first things first, make yourself these rudimentary snares. They're a little expensive. You need to get into Thaumcraft and Botania for these. It's annoying. Make a bunch, get started, find a mob, throw it at it. If it sparkles, oh, stop. Go away. You know what? Forget you. We need the potion particle effects. Oh, stop lagging. Come on. How horrible. There we go. Then you kill it, and you get the demonic will. Do this a few times, get a few of them, and then I'll be back in a second. Alright, once you get a few of your wills, you're going to need to make this Hellfire Forge. This is made a little differently than normal, because I think it used to use a will. But now it doesn't. So maybe you don't need 3. So for now, I'm just going to set up blood magic in here. I know in the end it's not going to fit, but that's alright. So first thing we're going to need to do is make 2 of these Tartaric gems. Does the order matter? We'll find out in a second. This will consume 1 will, so I'm going to use the cheap ones. There we go, that's 1 and 2. You need 2 because one of them we're going to turn into a sword. Boom, there we go. Now the sword is made with an iron sword and one of those gems, and it takes 0 will. I'm pretty sure it's free. So you can get away with just a couple of these, or at least one that has more than 2. And there we go, we've got a sword. So now what this does is we can throw these on the ground and they will get absorbed into here when they get picked back up and added up. So now if we go kill a monster, say in the deep dark, using that sword, specifically using the sword. I keep forgetting my waypoints down here, that's fine, let's fly up. Now, if you just hold in your main hand and shoot things with your offhand, you will collect will. So that's at 6.43. There's a witch over there. A little hard to see. Now it's at 9. And so that's how you can replenish your thing. Just use a ranged weapon, shoot things, and now you don't have to worry about collecting the things anymore. Do we need that, though? Oh, we do actually need one. So if you actually need a will, take your gem and just put it in your bag. Same deal though, go shoot something, it will drop the will on the ground. It was right there, you couldn't see it. Because it's so dark here and I don't have night vision. But there you have it. That's how you can get will, or you can charge up your thing real quick and easy. So let me go back to base and I'll be back in a second. Alright, now we need a couple more things. We need to make our blood altar, which I am missing a furnace. Go ahead and craft that up. While that's crafting, we also need a sacrificial dagger, just to get us started. I've never used a soul scribe before. Apparently it's used to kill endermen faster. I looked it up in the book. So we need our sacrificial dagger. Then, like I said, we need a blood altar. And boom, there we go. And with that, we should be able to get started. We need a mana diamond. We need a mana diamond to make our orb. And then we need slates, which are living rock. Great. Tons of living rock. For now, I know it's... okay. We'll set our entry over here. I know it's not going to fit in the long run in here, but the first 3 tiers can fit in here, so I'm going to put them in here. And there we go. I put my controller in here. It currently has regen and saturation, so doing this... Oh, that's because I went to, I went to Coconut's place to count how high this was. And I think his, what's it called? It's the weird looking thing. This thing. The incense altar. I think it, empowered me while I was over there. I wasn't expecting that. Oh, there we go. So that'll get us the orb. And then the other thing we need is the slates. This does not hold a lot. So I'm going to make a bunch of these up, and I'll be back in a moment. Alright, and we're back for a second. So, once you make a few blank slates, craft yourself the blank runes. I've already gone ahead and made a bunch of these. You need 8 of them to start. And then if we go back in here, I'll show you some quick automation. I tore down the top part for a minute, but that's alright. I'll put it back. You need, if you're doing integrated dynamics, you can use an inventory reader, an item interface. This is basically the storage inside of the network. And then an importer. And 1 card. So for this interface here, you can come down to slot item, put the card in there, and then up here, you can import item, not items, that's the list. There, if you want to do a list, there is there's this items, you can use items here, and then you can put multiple items if you use a bigger inventory. But basically what that means is I could say put a blank slate here, and what it'll do is if I put in living rock here, it'll compare this item in here with the item that's down there. Once it's the same, it'll pull it out and throw it in here. So like I said, you can do it with a list if you want, but for doing slates, it is much easier doing this. That way I don't have to worry about it. So then I can then just go like this, and all of a sudden we should have a tier 2. This is empty, right? No, it's not. I don't need my little seeing thing. Oh. I guess since it matches nothing, it pulls it out. But that's alright. You can make it more complicated later if you want. We just need basically to get this to tier 2. Shouldn't be too long. Hello? I guess it'll be a little bit. Oh, how much do you got? There it goes. And then we can do the same thing. We can put our thing in there. Put the living rock in here, and it will automatically pull out when it's the same. So, actually, this is the only one we need, right? Yeah, that's it. We're almost there. So let me grab the rest of the ingredients together for the celestial altar, and I'll be back in a second. Alright, next up is upgrading the altar. First step is to actually upgrade the altar, and then the second step will be to upgrade the multi-block. I didn't actually get the pieces yet, but that's alright. Still get to go. Surprised there's no mob spawning over there. I guess I lit it up okay. And is this a quest? I don't know if this is a quest or not, so let's just pick it up anyways. So let me, since this is no good anymore, I'm going to have to upgrade it. So let me come back with an upgraded altar and this material. Yep, so I'll be back in a second. Alright, and we're back. So before we can actually craft it, we need to craft the infuser, Starlight infuser. So let's craft that up. I went ahead and set up the multi-block. It is in the book right here. Tells you the ingredients if you hover over the star. I think I got everything. We'll find out. Actually, I need that. I don't need this. There. Gimme, gimme. There we go. Drop this over here. Let's get our bucket back out. So lastly, all we got to do is fill in all the slots with the liquid starlight. All 12 of them. This is the annoying part. Because then you got to keep watching them until you get the one thing, I think. Should be an item that automatically refills it. I forget what it's called. Chalice? Is that it? Something like that. Don't know. Doesn't matter because I'm not going to be using it that much. Alright, then we take our gems. Put them here. Hit it with the wand. Boom. There we go. You can also use an auto placer to place the gems in there. What you doing in there? You enjoying your little bath? Oh, it didn't use any. Lucky. Hurry up. It's almost daytime, I think. Where's the moon? I think it's behind here. Oh, it's over there. Well, with that, we should be able to throw this in here, and hopefully... Is it gonna be too late? Come on, hurry up. And while we're at it, I need to look at... I didn't actually look at the pylons yet. Yay, it's done. Where'd it go? Okay. That scared me for a second. Pylon. We need this one, probably that one. This recipe actually looks the same. 2 of those. Of course, we don't have enough Terra Steel because that thing uses 4 instead of 3. That's okay. Grab that. Let's grab our sparks. Let's grab our mana pools. And let's go. Botania is in here. I'll show you the automation I set up real quick also. Right here. It's not the prettiest. Oh. Okay, thank you. So, world block exporter and importer. And if you use I don't have it with me, an programmer, where is it? It's this one, logic programmer. If you use the logic programmer, you can create a list of the items. So I have a list here of living rock and living wood. And then up here, I have the infused wood and the arcane stone. So if I just put either of them in this chest here, it'll automatically place them. Go grab a little bit just to show you. I think I still have some. Arcane, not much, but we'll just do a little. So I have the chest in the hub, where if I throw it in here, it'll place it, it'll convert it, and then it'll pick it up and throw it back into the same chest. But that's okay. Now we need some room over here. It'll be a little cramped, but this will be fine. I'm going to put the core in the ground, one level. And then it should be something like that. And this. Couple mana pools. Couple sparks. I'm going to have to make a ring to transfer because I don't want to set up spreaders because they're... No, I just don't want to. They're slow. With this and this. And there we go. It's done. So I'll be back in a second. I'm going to make a mana ring. Where'd I put the thing? Right here. So I can make a ring to transfer over the stuff because I'm not doing it by a spreader. So I'll be back in a second. Oh, there it goes. It broke and replaced. So be back in a second. Alright, and we're back. So I've rearranged stuff because I'm a dope and I was using living wood planks instead of living wood. So I was trying to get it to work. This is like my 5th time trying, so everything else is down here. The mana production is here. I'm going to throw a recessive spark augment on that so it pushes up to the pools. Everything else is down here. And the gateway's here by itself. So we should be able to just right click on it now, and there we go. And look at that. It works when you build the multi-block correctly. Who would have thought? The only thing we need this for right now is 8 mana pearls. Throw them in, and boom. There we go. Because I already have Elementium, which I am getting by breaking down the armor. So, yep, that's enough of that. So now we should be able to make the Gaia pylons. We need 4 of them, and I don't have enough mana dust. I could have sworn I made some. Oh, stuff is getting stuck. Mana, craft, 16, go. You need all the different thermal mobs for this, so it's a little bit of a pain. But there we go. 4 of those. So all that's left now is a beacon. Is a beacon the same? Trade. I don't have another star. That's alright. Get one of these. We don't have to get this up and running, the beacon, but it wouldn't hurt. Doesn't matter, I'm not going to. Actually, you have to. You need the iron. That's right. So I'm going to go set up an arena. It has to be a radius of 12, so it's not going to fit in a compact machine, so it's got to go in the overworld. To do this, there's going to be a... In here, let's see. Go back all the way. Oh, that's right. Before that, we need to go in here and throw our book in the portal. Give me a new one. Thank you. And there we go. Ritual of Gaia. So if you go in here, there's going to be a visualize button. Use this to set up your area. So anyways, I'll be back in a second once I get it set up. Alright, and we're back. Coco needs tier 2, so we're going to do it together. This is the setup. Unfortunately, its calculations for a circle are weird at times, so I had to extend it out a little bit. I do have mob crushers here with range add-ons. They will help in basically killing any mobs during the second phase of the fight. Underneath here, I've got an environment controller with saturation and regen. And that's about it. So I already did a tier 1, so we can go straight to tier 2. So let's do it. This is going to be potentially bad. It's got double the health since it's double the people. I turned off the music also, by the way, because it gets really, really loud. Oh! I fell off the edge. Alright, now we just sit back and relax. Even during this phase, you'll see those little white things shooting out of the sky. They go to your location when they fire, so keep moving. Don't sit still too long, or you'll get hit. But at this point in the game, this fight's not that big of a deal. Set up your ring appropriately, and make sure you've got some armor, and you'll be good to go. This takes a while. Come on. Get down from there. Boom. And done. So, let's see what we get. Oh, perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. Thank you. Now I've got so much more health. Anyways, that's going to be it for this episode. So if you made it this far, thanks for watching. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.